Tell me, though, what's his technique? That last strike, it seems invincible.
Hello and welcome to Sons of the Dragon, the Immortal Iron Fist podcast. My name is Connor.
I'm Rebecca, sorry.
I'm Omar.
I'm Emma.
And we're here to talk about the new issue, Iron Fist issue 4. We're a week late, but who cares? And next issue is out next week, so we'll be done with this series then. But
Wow.
yeah, issue 4.
According to my comic book store, so
Right.
if that's wrong, blame me.
So issue 4, the cover has the new Iron Fists going into battle with Bride of Nine Spiders and Fat Cobra, and it has that variant with all the Iron Fists, or not all of them, but a lot of them, and that's a really awesome variant. And yeah, so you guys can take it, talk about the cover, interior, whatever.
I think there's also a Scrolls cover and a Fortnite cover, but
Yeah.
the credits.
Yeah, there's two others. The cover here is by Lainey Liu. And Sunny Go, he's the inker. He's he's the colorist. It's a very nice cover, actually. I like the
cover?
action.
Yeah.
The first cover. Yeah, the variant cover by EM Gist is really beautiful. The one with the different Iron Fist on the cover.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I think I like that one more than I like the kind of a main cover.
Yeah, I think the main one at least relates more to the story, but we're all a sucker for multiple Iron Fists.
Yes.
Yeah. Anytime you can get those guys together, it's always a treat.
Yeah, and it's I feel like the variant it looks a little more unique kind of style wise in terms of and this one is just more kind of a standard superhero comic cover.
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember I saw him he's pretty active on Twitter, and I saw one of his posts, and then he asked which character would you like me to draw next? He said, I said, I don't think you've ever done Iron Fist before. And I think I asked, could you do that one? And then he said, you'll be in for a surprise. And so right then and there, that was January, I think, I knew it was going to be an Iron Fist variant cover. And he did it.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, very nice guy too.
I like most of his variants actually. It's really good.
Yeah, they're really good. He has Moon Knight variants, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's done. I think he's done more than one Moon Knight variant. Is that right?
I don't know, but I tend to buy his when they're an option.
Yeah. And the one by Mike McCone and Israel Silva is the Fortnite cover. That one's a good one too. I can't remember what the Skrulls cover is. I'm sorry,
I don't think
I got it.
I mean, it's fine, but like, I'm never gonna buy these themed ones unless they're characters I like, and I don't care about Fortnite either. So I like Skrulls per se, but like, I think both this and the variant cover were just nicer than the other options if you happen to be an Iron fan.
Yeah. If you're choosing one, you either get the main cover or the EM Gist cover.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right. So do we want to move on? So this is issue 4 of the run with Alyssa Wong writing, Michael I still don't know how to pronounce his surname. So
Michael YG.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I know that's what people say, but that anyway is the artist. J. David Ramos, the colorist, and VC's Travis Lanham, the letterer. I don't care about editors and editor-in-chief, but because they don't do much. So, and everyone remembers everything that was happening in issue 3 because it was so clear.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I could feel your
We know it
frustrations
ended with
there.
Fat Cobra and the Bride and Nine spiders. Bride and Nine
Yeah.
spiders? Yeah. Don't know why I have second guessed myself on that, as if I don't know. And Fat Cobra has his tattoos back, tattoo watch on this podcast.
So from
So
what
what do
I
we think of? Yeah, go on.
well, from what I understand, Danny got them to look into the new Iron Fist.
Mhm.
So it's nice that they're still friends with Danny, even though he's not the
Yeah.
Iron Fist. And Fat Cobra just wants to fight him because that's what he does. So
He wants him to prove himself. He
Yeah.
likes fighting,
And he
and
does.
they all like fighting. That's how they get. That's kind of how they get to be who they are.
does Lin-Lei like fighting? Because I have no idea.
I mean, I think he does.
They
Maybe
haven't told
not
us
this
anything.
fighting, but yeah. Don't feel I know enough about him, but yeah.
Yeah. We know Danny liked to fight. We know the other Iron Fists like to fight. We don't know if Lin-Lei likes to fight or not.
I mean, we
I know
might
that he
if
has
we'd read
sword
all
shards
of
in his
his things.
hands.
But yeah, I know he has. Yeah, all up his arm, and he's struggling
Every
to get
issue.
the chi at the moment. So.
Yeah. I do like when he hits Fat Cobra in the head and Fat Cobra's face is just like black and he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
this.
They
I
are
like
kind
the
of
art
kicking his
here
butt
a lot.
most of it,
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the art more in this issue. I don't know if I've got used to it or
Mhm.
there's just something about this fight that I preferred, but I did like it more. It was less.
Yeah, I think he's getting his groove here.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, it's a very
I
dynamic.
like his Fat Cobra.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, his Fat Cobra's
Yeah,
really good.
I'm so. I think the Bride of Nine Spiders looks better in some panels than others, but yeah, I like this fight a lot. It's very dynamic. It feels like it feels like a Fat Cobra fight, which is always going to be kind of big and bombastic and fun. So I think the art team did a great job here. I was as someone who is always really invested in that relationship between the immortal weapons. I think it was, off panel, but it's really cool that when Danny was thinking of who to get to investigate this, he got two of the other immortal weapons. I like that a lot. And I think just in terms of which immortal weapons, I think these are probably the two most popular other than Iron Fist, but I think this is a really interesting duo, these two in particular, because they're I would read more team ups with just these two because their personalities are so different.
Oh
and their
yeah, for
perspectives
sure.
are different. So I think that was a really cool choice.
I think it's safe to say that they're the most popular by far.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
We know Fat Cobra's the most popular. Bride and Nine Spires popped up in the TV show.
She
That
did?
reminds me.
I know Fat Cobra did. I didn't know Bride of Nine Spiders did as well.
She was in Iron Fist season 1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Fat Cobra was in it.
Oh yeah, in season 1.
He
yeah,
wasn't,
yeah,
but he was. That reminds me, he was in the Hit Monkey show.
Yeah, in the Hitman.
If anyone hasn't watched it, he has very minor but fun cameos in that.
Yeah. That was cool.
Okay. I heard it was good.
Yeah,
It was alright. It was fun. It was a fun watch.
Yeah, I recommend checking it out anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give it a shot. For one, Danny couldn't bring in Tiger's beautiful daughter because Larry Hama killed her off, in the other series.
I'm fine with her being killed off, but it ended up just being pointless. Like, it was like, why?
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Right.
when they all got killed off in Defenders, and that was temporary, but, like, it did serve a purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like she'll come back. I feel like it was. I mean, you do it
Probably.
off panel.
I hope
She
she'll come
has
back.
to.
I hope that run is
Yeah.
undone. If I was, like, I would literally fly around the Earth, if I could, and just spit it back and get that crap out of here.
Yeah.
Because and like not to go down that rabbit hole, but like Miranda as well. There's just so many weird, random, pointless things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, and Dog Brother. I mean, he's I don't know where
I
he
love
is.
Yeah,
him.
Dog Brother.
Yeah. He's
He
just
gets
kind of.
beaten up.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's all right. You always need someone to get beaten up.
That's true.
I like him.
I guess at least he doesn't die.
I like all of them, to be honest. I like.
No, they're all good.
Oh, me too. Yeah, they're great.
It just shows how great they were as like new characters. Like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
I love
really.
the Prince of Orphans as well. So you know,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
want
That's.
he's probably my number one.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
I just really
Yeah.
want that team book with Iron Fist, Danny Rand Iron Fist, and the Immortal Weapons.
Yeah, that's at the top of my
That would
wish.
be a really good series. Mhm.
Is just that team just doing pan-dimensional kung fu adventures. That would be
That would be amazing.
that would have been I
If we
want
get
that
that
one
instead, but with Lin Lei, I'm chopping my leg off in protest. I'll send it in the mail, like Van
I don't
Gogh.
think we're gonna get that. I don't know what we're gonna get. But,
No, I hope we don't get that. I mean, even if they give Danny at least a different, a kind of a different identity, as long as he's with the Mortal Weapons, I'd love for him to have a series with them.
Yeah.
All of them. I mean, just bring everybody back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My wife actually read Immortal Iron Fist as well, and she loved it. And talked to her about the Immortal Weapons, and she loves the names that that Brubaker and Fraction gave them. I mean, very, very cool names.
This whole issue is basically Lin Lei and May fight the.
Yeah, because of course May is that good as well.
Oh God! Don't get me started on May. I said last issue. I don't know who this character is. I have no reason to care. They're annoying because they constantly say they're going to be the Thunderer. Do not make her the Thunderer. Please don't make her the Thunderer.
Well, it's just like like the things like when like when a kid says, "I'm going to be king of the world," and you're like, "Okay, fine," and then they just keep saying it. And obviously she's a teen, and the problem is in issue 1, I was ready to not go out and bat for her, but like I was ready to grow to like her.
But nothing.
And I have found that whole I'm going to be the Thunder, I'm going to a little bit tiring because like that might happen, but you don't have to keep saying it. And there's a perfectly good Thunder at the moment, like unless you want to sort of take her out. Like I mean, it just seems like really weird. Like either wishing someone dead, or you decide, and that's not, or you're going to fight them so you take their role, and you've clearly still got some work to do because you're not one manning these fights,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, so
still like her outfit though.
There's that fight,
Mm.
and then we have this new. Is she a new character? This lady with the.
No. The second tomb.
Yeah.
She's not. I looked her up, and I'm sure we'll come back to talk about this. But she is a previously established Swordmaster character.
Okay.
Swordmaster fans know who this is.
I tried to hide my disappointment with just randomly non-explained Swordmaster characters showing up.
It reminded me a lot of the conversation we were having about the most recent Heroes for Hire issues that we read, where this is clearly, and I feel I'm kind of torn because I feel like, well, maybe I should have read Swordmaster issues before I read this, but I think we also need the perspective of just the Iron Fist fan coming in without the backstory, because that's going to be a lot of
Yeah.
who's reading this. But
Yeah.
it really is if you're caught up on your Swordmaster, I'm sure it's very exciting to see this character and to see all these other characters.
I mean, it started off with
But-
Iron Fist issue 1. Don't tell me that I have to read Doctor Strange or whatever before issue
Right.
1 of a series.
Right.
And that's not just a problem with this comic. That's a problem with a lot of comics that they do that. It's happened with Superman as well. Like, you have an issue 1 of a series, but it's really like a sequel, or the beginning happened somewhere else. It happened with that. Was it Firebrand, Fire something? It was Firepower. I think it was like a martial arts book.
Oh yeah, Firepower.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And I read issue 1, and I was like, oh, what's going on? And then it turns out there was a whole trade before that.
Yeah. What they did was they put out a trade. I think was Free Comic Book Day, and the trade and issue 1 came out the same day.
Okay.
And if you didn't know that and you bought just issue 1, you missed some of the context. So what you're basically getting is you get the in media res, like of this guy with his family, and these people come and attack him, and he knows martial arts. If you read the trade, you get this sort of this is where he learnt the martial arts, blah blah. You get all the backstory, and the trade was like the only reason I got it was because obviously the creative team's great. It's Robert Kirkman and Chris Samney. But the only reason I got it, I think they were selling the trade for like £5 or something. It was really cheap. But like, unfortunately, a lot of people did it like Connor and didn't realise because I think it was because there was some sort of contraction of weeks, and like they were meant to go 1 week, and then there was also a Free Comic Book Day issue. So like there was all these issues, and they all came out kind of at once, and it was a bit of a mess.
Yeah,
but it is quite a good run. It's a little bit similar to some Iron Fist stuff, but it's different enough that it's and the art is just top notch. So
yeah, I'll read anything with Chris Samney's art.
Yeah,
like that issue 1 is easier to follow than this run, though.
Oh, 100%. I found this very confusing. And a lot of the time, because I wanted to like it and I wanted to follow it, but there's something about the way the storytelling hasn't worked for me personally. Like, it's not even that I dislike the story. I'm finding it confusing to follow some of it.
If this was a story,
you're a bit detached from it, right?
If you replaced
I'm finding it hard to follow. Yeah.
If you replace all the Swordmaster MacGuffins and stuff with like actual Iron Fist lore, it'd be much more enjoyable. If this was a Crane Mother or something.
Like say there was, if they gave me a couple of issues of this is what you'll need to know about the Swordmaster, or even one issue at the beginning. This is what you'll need to know about the Swordmaster. He falls, becomes Iron Fist. He doesn't know why. Then you start with the issue 1 here. I'd have understood. I find it hard to like learn complicated lore about this sword and other demons and whatever, and his brother and his friends and his like all in the middle of while I'm still trying to deal with him fighting with the immortal weapons and what's happening with the Iron Fist.
Yeah. So his brother attacks this temple with this Swordmaster character, Shuang, as I say it. I'm not sure. I'm probably butchering that. Heir of the Nuwa clan, and he knocks her out, or he beats her, or whatever. Like, it happens off screen, and we have Danny and Luke driving along.
Yeah.
And they see the explosion in the temple, and they're still fighting. So Lin-Lei runs off, while, well, sort of, yeah, he does. Like, he gets a boost from May, and there's like a fight.
He flies. I thought that was. I didn't know that was in his power set, but that's
she was super strong.
I don't even care.
He did that, yeah.
I mean, this is just ridiculous. I mean, she's super strong. I mean, she's probably as strong as Fat Cobra if she can lift Lin-Lei this way.
Well, May and the bully, I think, decide to hold off Fat Cobra and 9 Spiders while he flies off. And really, that fight should last like 2 seconds if it's just those two.
Yeah.
It's true.
But Danny finally sees the new Iron Fist. The new Iron Fist runs there's sword shards, and then there's a cool giant centipede thing. I liked that.
Yeah, that was neat.
Hmm.
And he
Yeah, I
fights.
think he's very good with creatures. Like Xiao Lao was looked really good in issue 1,
Mhm.
and this creature right here looks really great.
He fights demons. He gets knocked around by the centipede. He sees the swordmaster lady. She's defeated, and then he sees his brother, and it's like, ooh, I've got. Oh yeah, he grabs her wrist things, and he waves them in front of Swordmaster, and he's like, "Give me your Swordmaster pieces," because he's running around collecting artifacts, I suppose, and that's it.
Yeah.
And we have 1 issue left, and Loki's on the cover, and I hope Loki has something to do with it because it's already a hot mess. So
I love Loki. If he just comes back and undoes everything.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I have no idea what Loki's doing here, and it's already the final issue, right? So.
I know, it's so confusing to me that Loki's on the cover, and and it's not a theme cover. There's no reason for him to be. It's fine for him to show up in Thor and in Defenders, which he's in now, Defenders Beyond. But this seems a weird one in issue 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool for him to. I'm cool with him showing up in Iron Fist, but yeah, we need some. It feels like you need more than 1 issue of setup for something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be curious.
I'm expecting a very confused ending.
Me too.
So it's like, I mean, this issue is just it was, we got to see Iron Fist characters, which was fun. I thought the artwork was really great this issue. I really liked Michael YG's art. I thought it was really, really good. And the writing was just like, it was just more of the same. I guess it's just more of the same problem that this whole run's had. And it feels redundant because obviously this is planned out. So the same issues are going to pervade, I think, through the run, where it feels like a Swordmaster comic. And he's running around in an Iron Fist costume,
It still does. I really thought by now we would have bedded in. I'd feel a bit more I still feel a bit wrong-footed about this. Like, if this is the status quo, which once again, I'd be willing to accept if the story felt like it was going to be. You're right. It feels like everything he's challenging, everything he's facing, other than this brief thing with the immortal weapons, is him trying to solve a Swordmaster thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't have a grasp on his character. Like I know.
I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
don't understand why he was so standoffish with Danny. Like, it doesn't. When I think about it, it doesn't make sense. Like, why wouldn't you want help from the old Iron Fist?
Yeah.
There's no reason not to trust him.
That's true.
Yeah, other than just them not knowing each other because they've never met before.
Yeah, but I mean, and unless being arrogant is part of his personality, but to just sort of say, "Oh, hey, I don't know what's going on," blah blah. I don't know.
Or at least I'm in horrible pain. Can you help me out here?
Yeah. Can
Get
you
these swords out of my hands?
Yeah.
It should have been more accommodating with Danny's help. I mean, he was offering help right at the beginning, and it was an opportunity for the two of them to work together. I mean, if you're going to want to convince longtime Iron Fist fans that that this is a character that we'd like to introduce to you.
You want to endear us to your new character.
I mean, that's the thing. We don't even know if they wanted to do that though, or if they just wanted to get whatever Swordsmaster fans there are into the Iron Fist thing. I mean, it's just like I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like I think that's part of what wrong foots me about this is I'm not sure who this is meant to be for.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not being rude, but I'm guessing there's not a huge following for Swordmaster, which is part of the
not
reason
as much,
you
just
might
'cause
want to
he's
give
newer.
him. Yeah, exactly, because he's new and he's not been in that much. I'm sure. I mean, he definitely has fans, but I mean, that might be one of the reasons why you might want him to be Iron Fist. But then to have it a little bit this I don't know. It's very confusing to me.
Well, could
But I
be-
just prefer this
I don't
issue
know.
to the last one.
I know it was better than Heroes for Hire 6. I'm confident in that statement. So, and just to know how much I'm beating this horse, I also mentioned how bad that issue was on Superman podcast last night. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's making the rounds. But yeah, I mean, it's just I don't have much to add because it's just more of the same. So I think, I guess we'll see what the resolution is. Like with the whole him refusing Danny's help thing, I thought Danny would have been in it a bit more. Like I'm not saying I expected him to be the main character, I didn't, but I expected him and Lin-Lei to meet up again by this point, and they haven't. So I guess we might see that in issue 5 and get an explanation. Like Victor Alvarez, I get why he was a butt to Danny, and he was really annoying, but at least there was a reason. So
There
I'm
was
just
a total reason for it, and also when Luke came in and said, "Stop, Danny cries." No, didn't say that.
I really
It's one of my favourite lines when he was like, "I've already seen Danny cry twice in his life," and me going, "Right, got to go find out when those 2 times are."
Right.
That's like my defining memory of that run. But like, I still find, but yeah, I mean, Victor did have a better reason for being a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It may be that I
his
don't know
character.
Swordmaster. Like maybe that is his character, but I would hope it isn't.
Yeah. I was thinking. I mean, we've talked a lot about this. That it really this is a Swordmaster comic more so than an Iron Fist comic. And I mean, clearly, I don't. I don't envy Alyssa Wong at all for having to write this miniseries because you basically have 3, or well, you have either the option of making this an introductory Iron Fist series or making it a continuing Swordmaster series, and you only have 5 issues, and I can also see it from the Swordmaster fan perspective, and I'd actually be really curious to see how Swordmaster fans are reacting to this series.
Yeah, I might go looking.
Yeah, because I could see them. I mean, they were probably very worried that this would just ignore all of Lynn's previous Swordmaster stuff and just start him over as Iron Fist. And so I think the choice that was made here to just carry his story over into this, from that perspective, is kind of a nice one. But I think ideally, obviously, also it would have needed to act as an introductory issue, both for the Iron Fist lore and for the Swordmaster lore for Iron Fist fans, which I think is really, really difficult to do in 5 issues.
Yeah, as you're saying it, it's a hell of a lot to ask.
Here's an idea. Maybe, I mean, everyone knows what I'm about to say, but maybe they shouldn't have made a pre-existing superhero with heaps of baggage the next Iron Fist. Maybe it should have been
it's just a really difficult situation all around. And clearly we're getting the short end of it. So we're extra aware of it. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how this resolves, or if it resolves.
I'm excited for the next issue because nothing. It's like, I guess we'll finally find out where the hell this is going.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I mean,
this should have been, this fight with the immortal weapon should have been in issue 2 or 3, much earlier. So that we could get, a bit more into what they really want to do with Lin Lee, and they could have given us a bit of an issue or two with Lin Lee and Danny getting to know one another at the very least. Even if it's not, even if it's going to be a mess relationship wise between the two, at least give us a moment where these two hang out, try to get to know one another before the finale.
Yeah,
That
I
would have
agree.
been that would have been really good. I mean, it's hard enough that you're replacing our favorite character, favorite Iron Fist and stuff, but if you're going to ignore him for much of the series, at least give him give us at least one issue
Yeah,
just to get that get that feeling out of the way, like you're being ignored.
yeah, yeah, really.
Yeah. Oh,
So
or
we'll
decide
get
you're not gonna do that at all, and just do the
yeah.
Lin Lee thing. But give us enough background that we can understand him as a
Mm,
character without having to go back,
yes.
like
Mhm.
without feeling. Yeah, it's like, I mean, like, I know we all want the Iron Fist connection, but like you don't have to do that. You could just
No.
say this is it, and but we'll see. I mean, it could all pull together in issue 5. Loki could come in and rewrite the whole history. So
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I'm the Iron
Yeah.
Fist. Maybe it'll. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. Does anyone else have anything to say about this issue? Or
Well, I really, if this was, if they could do it all over again, what they should have done, just like what Rebecca was trying to say, is they could have just given us an Iron Fist origin story with Lindy, right?
yes,
Like how he
Yeah.
became the
is what
Iron
I was
Fist.
trying to say.
I mean, that's what I thought we were
Yeah.
going to get.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean,
That's what I thought
yeah.
we were going to get as well. Yeah.
But
yeah,
we didn't. So I guess we're here now. So I guess we'll see what's going to happen in
Yeah.
issue 5.
yeah. We didn't mention, I wanted to point out, we talked about the art a little bit, but I really liked the page that is constructed like the yin yang symbol, which is
Oh yeah.
it's during it's the one, it's kind of the split page. I thought that was cool.
Oh yeah. Very, very cool. Yeah, the artist mentioned it on his Twitter account.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
You saw that too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that until yeah.
that was cool. But yeah, I'm interested to see what we'll get in the next issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I feel it's really weird, isn't it? Like, because usually you say you have no idea when the writer is particularly known for like doing twists and turns, and like we've had that with Moon Knight a lot. Like, there's been a lot of things where this is going to be a fight, and then it's not a fight, and so we've been kind of used to these. And this one, I just have no idea what to expect. I literally have no idea what to expect, how it's going to end, who's going to be Iron Fist by the end of it. So
Yeah, I will also say that I do really like. I'm a sucker for a cocky villain. I am enjoying the brother character.
yeah, I
think
quite like the
he's
brother. I
fun.
thought I wouldn't, but yeah, I did.
I would read
Yeah,
more.
true
with him.
villain.
I mean, he has some charisma.
Old school.
No one else really has any charisma, but he seems to he's enjoying what he's doing.
Right.
He
Yeah.
has a
He's
plan.
just fun.
He has a plan and he's doing it. He's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
just falling into things, so
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a goal and he's passionate about accomplishing it. He's like,
yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
he'll be the Iron Fist by the end of next issue.
I mean,
Probably wouldn't hate
who
that.
knows? Alright. So anything else? Or
I'm good. I think I've said everything.
alright. Thanks again for coming, Emma.
Yeah, of course, always.
Thanks, Emma.
Will you
Yeah,
be
you're
joining
welcome.
us next week?
Will
I
it
guess that's an
be
off-air thing.
literally next week?
I don't know. It may be that this is one of the ones that got delayed and my comic shop's wrong because it always keeps the original date. So I'm not 100% sure now. But like,
what they're saying right now.
We'll sort this out later because I got my dad coming down, so I'm not sure what I'll be doing. But on
the Marvel website, it is saying the 31st. So
okay,
I think as of now, it's still next week.
So we will be covering this. Obviously, it'll just be in the next week or two. So Emma, your blogs, what Book of the Iron Fists, and Desplaining, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, guys, everyone, until next time, may your giant centipede bring you great joy and destroy your enemies.
Yes.
Yeah, peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Iron Fist and all other characters in these comics are properties of Marvel and Disney. Any music or images we use belong to their respective copyright holders. We do this for fun, so please don't sue us. You can contact us at sonsofthedragonpodcast@gmail.com. Just send us mail, comments, thoughts, anything you want really. Doesn't even have to be related to Iron Fist. If you don't want it read on the air though, make sure you mention that. You can also find us on Facebook, the Immortal Iron Fist Podcast, Sons of the Dragon. Our Twitter, at Iron Fist Podcast. Our SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Sons of the Dragon, hyphens where the spaces are. Our YouTube, Connor Carl. Just search Iron Fist Podcast and you'll find us real quick. We are also on iTunes. If you find us there, give us a review and rate us. If it's less than 5 stars, please say why so we can improve the show. And we're on Podcast Garden in the literature section. And last but not least, head over to our WordPress, Sons of the Dragon, the Immortal Iron Fist Podcast.wordpress.com. That's where I put all the show notes. I'd like to thank Thomas Tissot for composing the Iron Fist theme song we use at the start of our Iron Fist episodes on the podcast. I'd also like to thank Peter John Sikorsky for composing the Power Man and Iron Fist theme we use at the start of our Power Man and Iron Fist episodes. And finally, thanks to you guys for listening.